Here we go.
I think it will be, we'll have to wait and see on that. But here we go. The 5 lights come on to start the Italian Grand Prix of RPL. And it's lights out and away we go. Good reaction from Scyther as he gets ahead of Reese. And Cryptic's starting to get ahead. Reese got a horrible start.
Wow.
He's lost several positions as they hit into turn 1.
Oh boy. Here we go for turn 1.
There we go. As they navigate easy. Whoa. Looks like Beatnik just went for a little slide, and Reese disconnects again.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Reese is not having a good time with that connection, to say the least. But as the drivers head down into the second chicane, as they start to peter out and easily navigate their way safely through, Reese's AI horribly falling backwards.
Second place in this race is a battle on track now at Cryptic and L74G. Window wide open in the championship now for Skidder to gain some places and some points. How about Cryptic going through an L74G? That got close for a moment right there as Beatnik gets annexed. The only issues I saw there was an AlphaTauri dipping their wheels into the grass, punted, and Shanghai used the runoff. Everyone very clean. I did see a Mercedes sled turn 1, but they were literally tiptoeing their way through it, as now you got to brake very heavy for turn 1, Titan. It gets very tight here, especially in the wet now. Here we go for the lead.
Little bump and bonk by Josh and Beatnik. And speaking of which, that Mercedes going into a slide, that was Beatnik. I think there was slight contact that Beatnik had from somebody, but I couldn't see who it was. From that angle, whoa! Beatnik had to go wide into the runoff because of that battle between him and Josh. That might possibly go to the stewards if Beatnik feels that Josh forced him off. But as these guys are making their way through, we got a big fight in that midfield as Josh just slipping and sliding. He plummets all the way down to 10th now.
Zacarias got damaged.
He was battling with Tadpole for 6.
Zacarias hit the wall there, and his front wing is partially came off there. Another incident that might go to the Stewards Titan is between the race lead. Skidder gave Cryptic the pinch heading to the Lesmos, and Cryptic was trying to find a
3 wide.
Trump for something for the lead, and you're right. There's 3 wide in the back of the field. They are trying to find every which way to get up to the front.
Yeah, so Scyther leading the way as Cryptic now goes for the lead on the outside as they head to turn number 1. Who's going to break later? Who's going to get the better advantage? And looks like it is going to be Cryptic. Cryptic inherits the lead from Scyther. Luke sitting in 3rd, Redfire in 4th, and TB is in 5th. Redfire has the fastest lap of the Grand Prix right now as Scyther trying again as he goes down the inside into the braking zone. Gets it. Whoa, slide. But keeps it together, but Cryptic decides to go for the shot. But backs off in the Lesmos, and looks like Tadpole has gone for a spin in the second variant. Reese once again disconnected.
Yeah.
My goodness, these three, Scyther, Cryptic, and Luke, they're like a pack of hungry hyenas fighting over a small slab of meat.
I mean, they've been back and forth at it for the whole start here. As TB does get Luke. Something there happened to Luke, and he lost 2 places from it, and he slots in behind TB. Yeah, Cryptic and Scyther there heading into the Lesmos for the 2nd time in a row. There they go, and luckily they keep it without damage. I don't know how. TB uses the runoff. Beatnik comes back and gets the spot over him. Redfire got 3rd place from that. Oh my goodness, they were so lucky that none of them got damaged, but out to 3-car breakaway, and Redfire's into this race. P12 in the championship, highest driver without a podium in our standings, and Reese again lags out. And TB was sliding right there after contact with L74G heading to the foul corner. Beatnik takes advantage. More importantly, the lead is at stake. That's the top 3.
Whoa!
It gets close. Redfire is off the road, and he's going to have to use the runoff and not get a penalty. Somehow he doesn't, but he comes out behind Luke, ahead of Beatnik and TB, who continue to battle, and the lead. Cryptic gets it over for Scyther, and that could change the complexion of this race with a battle for the championship gap to be gained on. Cryptic takes it. Scyther has to slot in behind.
Because Luke's now in 3rd. And the fight is still there for that lead between Scyther and Cryptic. Oh, pull up the telemetry here. Look at the ERSs between the two. These two barely have much ERS.
Yeah.
They're like literally right around 20%.
I mean, if they keep going at it like this, they might crash. The almost went off the road at turn 1, and wow! Cryptic nearly just reenacted what happened with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen right there at turn 2. Luckily, Cryptic keeps it on the road. Did I see Reese? I think I said Reese. That was Cryptic there at turn 2. My goodness.
It looks like Red Fire had a Gasly moment. He was in the gravel in turn 3, and he's plummeted all the way down to
TB's
10.
off.
It looks like TB went around too.
Oh my god. What is happening in this race so far? Owen, Kim, up from P14, P13 in the grid. Fair play to them. Up in the front, we see a move potentially being made. 5 championships between these two. 1, 2 right now in Tier 1 out of the 8 seasons ran. 5 of the 8. That's unbelievable. And your statistically best driver in RPL just takes the lead of Luke. And now they're going to think about going 3 wide. That Harry, Cryptic to the outside, trying to find a way past. He does get past. Red Bull take back the top spot.
What a wild series of events as they wander coming out of Parabolica down the main straight.
God.
Whoa, wow. I mean,
on the grass.
This is really insane. I mean, literally, Scyther putting a tire or 2 in the grass in turn 3 to try to get past Luke, and he does so, gets into the grass again in the braking zone. How in the world did Scyther not lose it?
But yeah, this should be very interesting in terms of pit strategy and everything else. You see Skitter, Zakaria.
You have to look in Season 6. That was the last time Cryptic won, was back in Season 6. Oh, Cam's around, yeah.
That's not good. I think that was from TB. I'll clip it.
You're saying that possibly Cam and TB came together?
Yeah, I think TB was the one who clipped him, but if not, it could have been Hunted. It was around that area from 7th place. Cam recently just let Josh go, too, to try to help himself there. And Beatnik, that's a top 3 driver with a penalty.
Annex will have a comfortable gap over Josh, unless he gets a bad bad stop. And looks like no, Zakaria's gone into the pits. He's retired, so he's out. Annex is in, so now Scyther will inherit the lead, and the gap between Scyther and Luke is 3.5 seconds, and the gap is steady, is hanging steady. And Cryptic into turn 1 on the outside, now inside against Beatnik, and he gets up and into the 3rd place position.
It goes without saying, and TB also looking too. The interesting thing I found from this whole thing with guys, I'm actually going to hold on about that because they're still battling into turn 4. TB trying to outbreak him, can't outbreak him, and there's a retirement. There's the crash.
We're gonna have I think we may have a safety car.
There's your
as Tadpole has crashed in the entry of turn 3. I'm wondering if maybe possibly did one of them make contact with Tadpole?
Scyther's in from the lead.
Well, this is interesting.
Wow. Oh my.
But is this a wise choice though?
I know, that's exactly my thought. It's inters. And it's fresh
He's
inters.
going for another set of inters, but the thing is, now that is going to put him way behind, and now Josh and Annex have passed him, and Scyther now is going to possibly lose 6 to Will. So
side by side out of the pit lane.
If I was going with the pit strats, I would probably safely say I think that was a misplay on Scyther's part.
If Scyther genuinely feels that way, then he could either really win out with this one, or he's really going to lose out. But very bold, and now for the lead. Cryptic on L74G, talking about limiting the damage. Red Bull, well, here you go. Red Bull trying to continue that podium streak and the point streak, while Mercedes do the same for theirs. Now try to take back the race lead for a second win of the season. Can they get with Luke? Luke trying, can't get her on the outside, so you might as well try the switchback. Well, don't have enough room for it just yet. Annex on the back of Josh in a Ferrari sandwich. Well, actually, it's 3 Italy cars following one another. Ferrari from Italy, AlphaTauri from Italy. So this gets interesting in this pair. We're fourth place as well. Here's Sluther ducking out. He wants to make the move now, and he does. He is passed. And now he's trying on his teammate who should let him go, and he does. So fair play right there. But you got to be careful not to lose 2 spots to Annex now, and he doesn't. So easily done by Ferraris. He's up to 4th. Look.
As Luke is looking. Here he goes. Outside. Now inside. Ooh, tiny slide from Cryptic. But they're still side by side as they head out. On board with Cryptic as he is battling Luke. Checking out from the side cam. As Luke is just edging his way ahead. And Luke does get ahead. Cryptic, I think, easily is knowing that Scyther is gaining ground and quick. So let's hope. I mean, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, 2 seasons ago, yeah, Scyther trying to make the shot. Let's see what happens. He's inside. He's going for it. He's got it. Scyther in the third.
Beanick did the best he could to at least hold him up for a little bit, because you saw he struggled there on traction. He didn't get the gap down to 2.0. He's going to have to try and parabolic this time if he wants to close up to the back of these guys. But these guys battling could definitely change it too. And Beanick was having a look now in sight there too. So that gap, it's 7, 2.5 to the lead.
Oh!
Annex and Josh just
close. Speaking of crashes, we got a 3-car incident. Yeah, he had a great fight against Cryptic for a good large chunk of the race. But here he comes as he comes out of the final corner for the final time. He hasn't won since last season, Brazil. He has 42 to his credit. He is going to get number 43. Luke wins in Monza. Cryptic will come in second. Scyther, what a good recovery to get himself in the third. Beatnik gets himself in the fourth. Annex, by the way, on his Tier 1 debut, gets 5th place for AlphaTauri. Josh would have finished 6th, but a track limit penalty demotes him to 7th. Will take 6th place. Redfire, here he comes across the line. He'll cross the line in 8th.
And here are your final results from the Grand Prix. If you would like to take a moment and pause to see them, you may do so. It is recommended because this will go fast. The driver standings as well will be on your screen. Same with the constructor standings as well. If you want to catch future Tier 1 races for RPL, the times each Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. British Standard Time. And until the next Grand Prix, have a good one, and we will see you then. Make sure to tune in on the RPL Twitch, RPL_XB1.